all protocols observed, good afternoon, and welcome to the UWI Township Scholarship Recipients Welcome Ceremony. I am Shada Richards, Project Coordinator at the Mona Social Services and Community Film Project, and your moderator for this afternoon event. Before we begin, I ask that you please stand as Ms. Rosalie Murphy, our Technical Assistant, Cinematographer, and Film Editor, sings the National Anthem for us.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defenders, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Star response to duty's call. Strengthen us the weak to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Knowledge sent us, Heavenly Father, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. The theme for this year's welcome ceremony is 2021 Pivot, Embracing Change to Achieve Greatness. Surely at this point in our reality, where we wake up and go to bed each day, cognizant that we are living in a pandemic that has changed our lives significantly and does not seem to be going anywhere soon, we have to change our mindset and embrace this new and at times uncomfortable change and find the opportunities that exist within this new normal. Because as much as some of us would like things to return to what we know as normal, we know that our lives as we know it, even after the pandemic, will never be the same. Now, a part of the many changes that have occurred over the past year is that what you all may have known, or some of you would have known as Mona Social Services, has evolved. We are now merged with the UWI Community Film Project and now exist as Mona Social Services and Community Film Project, led by Dr. Olivine Burke. Please make Dr. Burke welcome as she comes to bring the welcome and overview. Dr. Burke.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Professor Dale Weber in the virtual space. Principal and Pro Vice Chancellor, UWI. Dr. Patrick Prendergast, Director of the Western Jamaica Campus. Our guest speaker, Ms. Asha Cowell, who is a former recipient of the scholarship program. Mr. Stanley Smelly, President of the Lions Club of Mona, Township Scholarship recipients, distinguished guests here, face-to-face, and those on the virtual platform, a pleasant good afternoon. And it is my responsibility, according to the chairperson, to welcome you to the 2021 UWI Township Scholarship Awards ceremony. So by way of overview, as she also informed me, the UWI Township Scholarship falls under our education and skills training pillar. And she also mentioned that we have merged and is now called the UWI Mona Social Services and Community Film Project. Now, since 2008, beginning with the late Professor the Honorable Barry Shevans, youth between the ages 18 and 30, thereabout, from Greater Augustown, beginning in Greater Augustown and then in 2013 in Mona Common, have been provided with the opportunity to access higher education at the University of the West Indies Mona campus. Now, we found it necessary to expand our reach and provide other youths the opportunity to enjoy this university. And so in 2019, the UWI MSS CFP extended the scholarship program to communities in the Ligonier area and also in Glendevon, down there in St. James. Currently, 100 youth approximately have been impacted directly from this special scholarship program. And of that number, 40 have graduated with awards including 5 first-class honors and 25 upper second-class honors. One graduate is in her final year of doctoral studies in education at Denver University in Colorado, USA, where she continues to be an ambassador for the Mona Social Services Township Scholarship, as well as the university. And of course, approximately 10 graduates are pursuing or completing masters in various disciplines. MSS UWI-CFP also boasts 2 Governor General and Prime Minister Youth Awardees and an impressive University of Oxford resident scholar who happens to be your guest speaker today and the graduate of our program. And so, we and I am extremely proud of them, as I will be, or as we will be, of all of you. Now, March 2020, the year of the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic, brought with it unexpected challenges for the unit, for the university, and of course, the communities that we served. We knew that even though we are in a pandemic, we still have to reach out and be inclusive if we are to continue to prepare leaders for the future, even if the future is kind of uncertain. So in trying to prepare these future leaders and to be inclusive by bringing the town to the ground, that could not have happened without investments in you. Therefore, thanks to the support of Professor Dale Weber and indeed our Deputy Principal, Professor Boxill, for continuing and affording the continued commitment and investment in the Township Scholarship Program. And this investment is aimed at narrowing the social and economic divide and enhancing inclusivity. Scholars, today I smile widely. I don't know if I can smile any wider. And you know why I smile so wide today? Because you have been given the opportunity to attend the UWI, which is now ranked in the top 1.5 of universities in the world. Can you imagine the click of Jamaica with this university ranking 1.5 in universities in the world? Trust me, frankly, I am a proud Pelican, and so you are a symbol of the burning flame of hope and promise to your families, friends, respective communities, and of course the wider society. Now, never forget that you are exemplary models, the future of Jamaica. Therefore, through this scholarship, we urge you to optimize this chance that you have been afforded and shine, and I quote from our song, out of the east and west, so that others may see you. Parents and guardians and community representatives with us today virtually and in person, you know you will play an important role in the lives going forward of the scholars. And I implore you to provide continuous guidance and support during this juncture in these young people's lives. As much as they are in what you would call adulthood, by virtue of that 18-year-old, they are still children at heart, make all kinds of mistakes and do all kinds of crazy things all the time. So when they fall in trouble, they will be coming to you like how they come to us at our office here, Mona Social Services and Community Film Project, UWI. And speaking from the mouth of a mother of 3 successful Pelican Pride children, they will need your encouragement and motivation constantly to successfully continue on the scholarship program. And by the way, just in case they did not tell you, or should I be mindful and just remind you of our requirements? In order to continue into year 2 or beyond year 1, you will be required to maintain a minimum. And I'm not saying that you must stay at the minimum, but I'm saying this is the minimum that you can maintain, a 3.0 average. In addition, you are required to do at least two personal development sessions and just 52 hours of community service per semester. And don't be daunted by 52. I mean, it is so small compared to what other funders ask of you. So you will need to maintain these throughout the lifetime of your scholarship. So just to remind you, parents, you play a very critical role in helping them to keep focus on the academic as well as maintaining that GPA. Finally, to you, my precious 2021 scholars. You see, while you're at UWI, remember your academic pursuit. Remember your goal. And these should be forefront in your mind. However, participate and enjoy the total university experience. You see, you're being prepared to be well-rounded individuals, and so I encourage you to take part in the extracurricular activities that interest you where possible. These will be your years here will be some of the most memorable and best times of your life. So don't miss out on any of the various extracurricular activities or opportunities that the university provide for you. Have some fun. Expand your network and make lifelong friends. Also, the scholarship mandates you to give back to your community and your country. And I hope that giving back will become a lifestyle for you. The UWI through MSS CFP leads by example in developing under-resourced communities. And involved in our development in these outreach activities are the various faculties, departments, institutes, and units of the general regional UWI, and in specific, the Mona campus. So we now invite you, Township scholars and graduates, we continue to invite you to join the efforts through our various initiatives, projects and programs, and you will liaise a whole lot with our Community Development and Program Manager, Ms. Angela Harris, in fulfilling your obligations, your mandate. Remember guys, you are the change agents, the innovators with the creative ideas that our communities and our country need. So again, I say, get involved in the change. You want to ask me how? Simple. Just pay it forward. Get involved. UWI Township Scholarship recipients of 2021. Congratulations to you all. Again, welcome to the University of the West Indies Township Scholarship Program. Welcome to the family on behalf of the principal, and welcome to the University of the West Indies in general, your place to shine. I thank you.
Scholars are feeling welcome? Yes. All right, good. Thank you, Dr. Berg, for that lovely welcome and overview. I hope that you were listening. You hear all the good things that our scholars have been doing on doctoral studies, pursuing masters, doing well in private and public sector, not to mention the lengthy awards that many of them have. So here what? You know that you guys have to, you have to do what? You have to come good, right? And answer me now, man. Yeah. You know that you have to come good, right? You have to make us proud. You have to make Dr. Berg proud. You have to make the staff of MSS CFP proud, the principal proud, the whole UWI proud, okay? So that we can keep in that 1.5% percentile in the world. And also, who knows, one day we can get to number one. Nothing is impossible, right?
Yes.
All right. So for those of you who may not be aware, MSS CFP falls under the Office of the Principal. Therefore, this organization exists to serve you and other beneficiaries from the UWI Township communities, because the principal recognizes the value of outreach and the impact the university can make in the communities surrounding the campus, not just here in St. Andrew, but also in St. James. At this time, I'd like to welcome the Principal and Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Mona, Professor Dale Weber, as he brings his opening remarks. Now, he could not be here in person, however, he is here virtually.
Ms. Richards, Project Coordinator, Mona Social Services. Ms. Ashley Cowell, Guest Speaker and past UWI Township Scholar. Dr. Olivine Burke, Executive Director, Mona Social Services and UWI Community Film Project. Dr. Patrick Prendergast, Director of the University of the West Indies, Mona Western Jamaica Campus. Mr. Stanley Smelly, President of the Lions Club of Mona. Scholars past and present, other members of the UWI community, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my distinct pleasure to be asked to bring greetings and opening remarks in my capacity as Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal of the UWI Mona campus. Scholars, I wish to welcome you to the start of what I know will be a transformative and an empowering educational journey for you. As a regional university grounded in the Caribbean, our mission is to foster Caribbean development. We offer higher education and an experience for you to participate and to prepare students to make a difference in their lives and in their communities. A reality that we must continue to face is one which tertiary education is not always available and is sometimes out of the grasp of many persons, simply based on financial reasons. That is why we undertake intensive and extensive fundraising campaigns every year to raise the funds to give us the opportunity to finance access for many of you, additional training so that you can grow. The UWI Township Scholarship is a special part of our financial aid program here at the UWI. It is offered only to students who are residents in our communities nearby and are here at Mona, our Western Jamaica campus, because we believe we have a duty to transform these communities by transforming these lives. We believe that we can make an impact in the lives of young, bright students by allowing them further education. I believe we're making that impact, and the scholarship program is doing that. Ms. Cowell, today's guest speaker, is a clear example of a brilliant young lady who has taken advantage of the opportunity and has developed herself. Her involvement in UNESCO, in Youth Caucus and Sustainable Development Goals have proven that she is worthy of the contribution that the scholarship has made, and she has developed that on her own. Scholars, this is a golden opportunity for you to chart your progress, chart your future. You're sure to face challenges, but think of your challenges as hurdles. Think of them like Hansel Parchment did and cross each hurdle with pride. If there are boulders and you can't go over them, go around them. It may take a little longer, but the key is to attract your goal and get to the finish line. As you get success, you'll become more confident. You will be able to take advantage of the situations as they present themselves. As you go through your programs, remain connected with your communities. That is the reason that you receive the scholarship, not just your brilliance, but your contribution to your communities. We know that COVID-19 has made a lot of difference in your life. It has in ours as well. And we together will continue to introduce new programs and new opportunities so that you can continue to grow. Seek out the opportunities wherever they find them. Connect with your clubs, with your societies, in the virtual spaces, and remember that your university career is not just what you will learn in the classroom, it's what you will learn outside of the classroom. Scholars, heartiest congratulations to you on your achievement. Well done. Finally, to Dr. Burke and your team, thank you for the dedication that you continue to show to the campus and our campus communities. You have demonstrated a resilience and a creativity in allowing us to continue to offer these scholarships and mold the minds of many young students. You represent what is most remarkable about the university, a country, a region, which is going to grow based on the human capacity. The Mona campus is extremely proud of you and proud of our scholars. I know that they will shine and you will continue to shine. Thank you for joining us and do enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you.
Okay, we thank Professor Weber for his encouraging words. Next, we will have greetings or remarks from Dr. Patrick Prendergast. He is the campus director of the UWI Mona Western Jamaica campus.
Principal Weber, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, scholarship awardees. If there is one thing I know people will always speak positively about is this university's contribution to the development of the communities in which it is located. The Mona Social Services is a classic example of the university providing hope and direction beyond the traditional academic instruction and research. At the UWI Mona Western Jamaica campus, we have always believed in the gown meeting the town, and have therefore consistently and continuously found ways to connect with the aspirations of our people, to be more than just a place for study, to be truly a light rising in and for the West. That is why we at WJC have always supported programs and projects that seek to fill the gap financially and socially. That is why we boast of our leading involvement in developing and delivering our mental health engagements in the community. That is why we endeavor to keep our parenting workshops going. That is why we continue to collaborate with institutions and agencies and offices and departments like the Mona Social Services on programs and projects that support training and education for the vulnerable and at risk, as well as those in whom we see great potential, but without that little help, would not see the fulfillment of their dreams. We know because the evidence is clear that scholarship programs are a major part of young people becoming. And today's keynote speaker is a part of that sound evidence. And so we're happy to support scholarship programs. You know, it was such a delight for the Montego Bay City Run Committee, which is under the leadership of a proud alum of WJC and with good involvement from us at WJC. But it was such a delight to receive a gratitude note from 3 of our most recent graduates from WJC. Because were it not for those funds, were it not for that beginning, who knows what would have happened to these young men and the many others who have benefited from the millions of dollars in scholarships provided by the Montego Bay City Run and the other scholarships available to our brilliant but financially struggling students. And so we're very happy to have the UWI Township Scholarships extended to the communities in Western Jamaica. Even if we have had to cut back to 1 this year, I know that the scholar from Glendavon will make the best use of this scholarship and will do us proud. I know it will make a difference to the direction in our communities. So let me take this opportunity then to congratulate all the awardees and to say thanks to the principal for continuing these scholarships. Let me also use this platform to call on whoever can to think about offering scholarships and bursaries through our university system. I guarantee you, it is an investment of incalculable reward. Thank you.
Thank Dr. Prendergast for those words. Over the years, Mona Social Services and Community Film Project has worked with a number of stakeholders, partners, on various projects and initiatives in an effort to fulfill the organization's mission to lead a transformative and sustainable social service through collaboration, knowledge creation, mentorship, and social enterprise towards development of the underserved communities. One of our key partners is the Lions Club of Mona, who have been instrumental to the execution of the initiatives such as our kitchen garden projects, our health fairs, among others. Today we have with us Dr. Stanley Smelly, the president of the Lions Club of Mona, who will come and bring his remarks. Please make him welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Burke, Professor Dale Weber, Dr. Prendergast, guests, family online and friends, good evening. I'm not quite finished the PhD yet, almost there. Almost there, but I'm almost there. I am a scholar like you. I was recently awarded a Commonwealth Scholarship. I got opportunity to spend a little over a year in the UK to further my PhD, which I'm actually doing here in Mona. You know, 1.5% top university in the world, no other place to shine but here. But the opportunity to be in another environment has certainly helped, and I'm almost there to complete. But today it's about you, about your parents who are certainly celebrating with you, and this award of the scholarship to be here at the University of the West Indies. I am truly delighted to be here today to share with the Mona Social Services and Community Film Project in welcoming you. The 2001 UWI Township Scholarship awardees today is special as it signifies your commitment and determination to pivot, embracing change to achieve greatness. Hence, it is my distinct pleasure to bring greetings to you on behalf of the 44 members of the Lions Club of Mona, your local charitable organization and your friendly neighbor. We are Lions, members of the Lions Club International, which is the largest service club organization in the world with 1.5 million members in 48,000 service clubs in over 200 countries globally. Our motto is We Serve, and we were founded in 1917. Lions serve others and help to make a difference. We're best known for saving sight, and we do projects and activities that includes sensitizing and serving persons regarding drug addiction and abuse, parenting and youth, diabetes, environment and climate change, hunger and homelessness, vision, and childhood cancer awareness. At Mona, we have successfully implemented a number of impactful projects, and during our 26 years since we received our club charter, we reforested more than 120 hectares in the Blue and Dranko Mountain Forest Reserve. And this was done in collaboration with the Environmental Foundation of Jamaica and the Forestry Department. And this project valued over 110 million Jamaican dollars. We constructed a 2-story building that's next to the Jamaica National Bank here on campus, near to KFC, which I'm sure we'll all, if you don't already know, you soon know. But that building cost us in the region of some $770,000 US to construct. And it was done primarily for students, or specifically for students with special needs. All these things that I'm telling you about came in through charitable organization, different funders, both from the community as well as students, as well as fundraising activities and events. And I noted when Dr. Burke mentioned that it is part of your award to align yourself with service. Believe me, it's not work. Don't even think about it as work for a moment. It's just another avenue to have fun, to socialize with like-minded individuals, to give back to community, and the satisfaction that comes with that. Believe me, that will take you far and wide. In fact, the collaborations that you could make through these activities could just be the very thing that could help you to make those linkages when you enter the world of work. So at Mona, we meet on the 3rd and the 4th Mondays of each month. But due to COVID-19 protocols, we currently meet mainly Zoom. You can find us at that location I mentioned, it's 15 Ring Road. We're also on social media, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And this invitation is available to all of us, but it's really for persons who are 27 years and older. If you're younger, however, but older than 17, you can choose to align yourself with our Leo Omega Club. So you'll be able to serve in the same way. It's just that it's more age appropriate. So as we embark on your sojourn to study here at the university, I can tell you I'm a proud Pelican as well. Lived on Taylor Hall, Stalin Republic, Block of Blocks, the culture, the vibes, the lifelong friendships. Embrace them, go after them, and really enjoy. We are rooting for your success at the Lions Club of Mona, and we look forward to celebrating with all of you upon completion of your program. Just last week we celebrated with Cohort 13, who graduated from the film project, and that was truly also an amazing experience. So in order to really salvage, and I say salvage because some of us might have gone through very rough times to get here, but you're here. So don't think about the past anymore. Let's look to the future. This is your place to shine. But in order to really make use of it, you must be bold and embrace the changes that will be required to achieve success. Those changes will come in many forms, but you will know them when they come. It was Aristotle, an ancient Greek philosopher, who is quoted as saying, "For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing." So don't back down, embrace change. This is your time. Let's pivot. Embrace the change needed to achieve the greatness. Make the most of this opportunity. We're rooting for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lion President. And don't worry about the doctor, Mr. Smelly. Here at MSS-CFP, we speak things into being.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so it is now time for the guest speaker, and scholars, I hope that you listen keenly to the words of Miss Ashagay Cowell, who is a past UWI Township Scholar, and I'm sure you'd have heard Dr. Burke and even the principal himself speaking glowing words about Asha. Asha, translated from its Indian and African origins, means life and hope. This encapsulates in 2 syllables her ultimate mission: to lead the next generation as a beacon of hope rising from the West. She aims to accomplish this through her work in development. She has a keen interest in crime and violence prevention, climate change, youth, and economics. Asha is a first-class honors graduate of the UWI with a BSc in economics and statistics, and she is currently finalizing an MSc in international public and development management. She was awarded the UWI Township Scholarship and UWI Toronto Gala Scholarship for her academic achievements and was named the Community Valedictorian for the Greater Augustown community from which she hails. Asha was also named the Nettleford McIntyre Scholar, which saw her receiving a full scholarship to the University of Oxford, UK as a resident visiting scholar, where she pursued studies in behavioral economics and strategic management and ethics. Driven by her passion for youth development, she has served her community, country, and the region in various capacities, including being a planning executive for United Nations Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, Forum on Population, Youth and Development, co-chair of the LSC Steering Committee for the USAID Caribbean Summit on Crime and Violence Prevention, former community development activist in the Greater Augustown and president of the UWI Vice Chancellor's Ambassadorial Corps. In summer 2018, she completed an internship with the CARICOM Secretariat, Guyana, where she focused on youth development and strategic advancement in the region, and in 2019, she interned with the United Nations in New York. Her hard work and dedication has seen where she has copped the University of the West Indies Premier Leadership Award, the Governor General Achievement Award for Excellence, and the Prime Minister's Youth Award for Excellence in Leadership. She served as a senior residence advisor at the Rex Knutsford Hall and created history, being the first person to be appointed senior RA after only 1 year of service. She also sat on the National Youth Advisory Council of Jamaica and is currently a UNESCO Youth Ambassador, as well as one of the 2 Caribbean regional focal points for the Global Youth Caucus on Sustainable Development Goal 16 with the UN Major Group for Children and Youth, the official space for young people mandated by the General Assembly. In 2020, Asha was selected as one of 7 successful persons out of 89 applicants to serve as a Jamaica House Fellow with the Office of the Prime Minister, where she serves as a high-level technocrat contributing to the critical decision-making processes for the country. Everyone, Miss Asha Gay Cowell.
Hello, everyone. So, not fully vaccinated, but got COVID recently, so I think I still have antibodies, so I can remove the mask. But good day to everyone. Principal and Pro Vice Chancellor Jill Webber in his absence, as well as Principal Dr. Prendergast, also in his absence, the Executive Director of the Mona Social Services, and my mother, Dr. Olivine Burke, members of the Mona Social Services Board, members of the Scholarship Selection Committee, the staff of MSS, Ms. Harris and Shada, Horatio, I don't know if you guys extended, as well as the CFP, because I know that's a new arm, new to me. The president of the Lions Club, future Dr. Smelly, parents, guardians of the scholars, officially invited guests, friends and well-wishers, but last but not least, our scholars, Nasilia Hall, Marceli Hall, Peter K. Malcolm, Jody and Oakley, Cherise Prendergast, and Rivaldo Henry. Welcome to everyone. You guys are change makers or beacons of hope or lights rising from the west. Before I even begin, I want to share a poem that was shared with me when I got the Township Scholarship, and it has helped me, it has propelled me, and I think it's one of those platforms one of those things that is a gem I always use. If you know me, I have a shirt with it printed, everything, and so it goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are more powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, or fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world, and there's nothing enlightening about you shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine. Ironically, you is your place to shine, right? And as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, but it's in every single one of us. So Nasilia, Marcella, Marceli, Peter K, Jody, and Cherise Rivaldo, that light is in all of you. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. I have it here to give you guys. I'll share it with you when I finish. I actually printed it out for everybody to get a copy. So, moving into, I want you to emphasize 2 lines before I continue. Your playing small doesn't serve the world, and there's nothing enlightened about you shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. I'm proud of every single one of you here, and I'm honored to be a guest among you. So come to UWI, take up space, continue to shine, because it's your light that will inspire others and make our communities better, our countries better, and by extension, our world. So the theme for today is 2021 Pivot, Embracing Greatness to Achieve Change. This is particularly important as we consider existing climate, not only in Jamaica, but the world. I remember thinking to myself that 2020 was going to be my year. You know, I was supposed to go to Europe because I got the scholarship to Oxford. I was supposed to fly all over the Caribbean. Do a bag of things, but then COVID was like, But there were still several wins for me. I became a Jamaica House Fellow, several other things. And even though I was fixed, I was able to pivot. And that's what I want us to consider in the theme. Pivot. 2021 Pivot. Embracing greatness to achieve change. So when I thought about the word pivot, I immediately thought netball. I suck at sports. I have 2 left hands and 2 left feet. I write with my left hand and I write upside down. That shows how much of a nerd I am. My brother always teases me and he goes, Asha, you're the brain and I'm the brawn. So you get it. He's a sports athlete and I'm a whole nerd. Proud one too. When I used to go to Hope Valley, I remember Mr. Nelson used to call me Nerdsy. I'm a full nerd. But I did pay attention when I went to camp and I did pay attention when I went to Hope Valley and I learned a lot about pivoting, so I can talk about it. I know the theory that is. You can't do the sport. So pivoting in netball, looked up the definition, is a civil movement that allows a player to move on a fixed axis to either shoot or pass. So this for me was very, very profound because as I thought about the theme considering the pandemic, we have all been stationary or fixed. Either because of illness, because of the stay-at-home orders, the feeling of languish, whatever it is, we've all at some point been fixed, particularly because of the pandemic. But there are 3 steps in netball with how you pivot while being fixed that can allow us to either pass or shoot, which is what you do when you pivot. So in netball, the first step is you run towards the ball, you jump, extend your legs and ankle, keep your eyes fixed on the ball, bring your hands in front of your body at your chest height with your fingers spread and pointing up. So what did I get from that? You have to be proactive, you have to run towards your goals, you have to fix your eyes on the prize, and you have to play an active role, you have to reach. So applicability to the 2021 pivot, that's what we're focusing on. As we consider the new norm, we need to be proactive. We have to run towards our goals or opportunities. The good book says you have to ask, seek, and knock. Therefore, in our attempts to pivot in 2021, the first thing we need to do is we need to be proactive. Something else that stood out to me is keeping our eyes on the ball. This translated to me in keeping our eyes on the prize, or the goal, or the objective, or the purpose. I have a friend who likes to say he likes to live in purpose. thinking back to my younger self, the reality that I'm in right now never looked half as possible, but I got introduced to the concept of goal setting, and that has been really instrumental for me. I can attest that on my vision board, most of the things that I put on it, I achieve it because I have it fixed. I know what I want. So if you don't know your why, then figuring out your how or your what is a little more challenging. I could go into a mathematical explanation of that, but I won't. But you have to know your purpose. If you say you need to, it also says you need to bring your hands in front of us so you have to do some form of reaching. You have to play an active role in the process. We often hear that God helps those who help themselves, right? So you have to be participatory in the role of the process of pivoting. So reiterating, what was my steps on my takeaways from stage 1? You have to be proactive, run towards your goal, fix your eyes on the prize, and then you have to play an active role. You have to reach. So stage 2 in pivoting says, in the air, you catch the ball with your thumbs an inch or 2 apart and you make a W shape. Land on the ball of your foot on the ground, flex your knees and ankles as your foot hits the floor. Whole heap of technicality. But what did I take away from that? Continuously elevate yourself. You say you have to catch the ball in the air. You have to be elevated, right? Be in the position or the posture of winning. And it's all about the landing. So, how does that apply? Finally, you need to be flexible. So the goal remains constant, but the process, there needs to be malleability. So specifically, it says you catch the ball in the air. You have to elevate yourself. We consider this the new norm. We have to continuously elevate, do a course, continually grow yourself, continue to pivot yourself into the new norm because you have to stay elevated. You playing small doesn't serve the world. Elevate yourself. Lift yourself higher as it gives you a better platform also to reach. No, it says catch with a winning approach. And in the words of Coffee, she said, load the L, take the W, right? So, out there for you, and it now come if you not go. So elevate yourself, go forth with a winning posture, a winning approach. Another thing is it's all about the landing. Now specifically it says land on the ball of your foot. So for me that provides, it signifies the need for balance and stability. Landing on your tiptoes or your heels can hurt you. But it's important to ensure that you're employing balance and stability as you seek to engage in your 2021 pivot. It says if you flex your knees as you hit your knees and ankles as you hit the floor. Now this was important to me because there's need for malleability and flexibility in your pivot process. If you land with rigidity, you end up falling off balance, right? I tell you I couldn't really play, but the theory, I have it. So a lot of the times we have a goal. It's very important that we're so caught up with the goal that we're so rigid. There's need for malleability as you think about the goal, because you will get thrown off balance if you are so caught up with the process and not with the actual goal, right? So be open, be malleable, but ensuring that the goal remains constant. Now the final stage, stage 3. Stand with your knees slightly bent, with your feet and shoulder width apart. Bring the ball to your body to protect it. Pivot by rotating yourself on the ball of your landing foot. Keep your upper body straight and your head up. Make sure the hip is pivoting to the pointing position of the direction that you're aiming to pass the ball in. And you can move in the step with the other foot, a number of times. You're not allowed to lift your pivoting foot before you release the ball. Again, only for technicalities, you never catch that. But what did I get from it? The power of prayer. Now, one of the things that was really important, it says, stand with your knees slightly bent, right? And I automatically took from that, you are in a perfect position or posture for prayer. You're in the perfect position or posture for prayer, right? And it doesn't mean that, okay, if you are not Christian, it doesn't mean that you have to go and pray or Father. But whatever it is, whatever deity that it is that you adhere to, or whatever meditation process you adhere to, there's need for that centering process. So ensure that you apply prayer, meditation, or whatever it is you need to do. Shoulders apart only emphasize the need for you to be open to the process. We said this already. Be open to the process as you embrace greatness to achieve change. Now, that was a very good gem for me. There are several other things that can come as a takeaway, but one of the things is that you need to be protective of the goal. It says you need to protect your goals and visions, dreams and aspirations. Then it goes, chin up, head high, be alert. Again, because you are having a steady landing, you can now scope out and canvas opportunities where you want to shoot your shot, ensuring that you remain grounded without losing your balance. Protect the ball, it says. You have to protect the goal. You know the goal, you know it, you hold it to yourself. You don't want anything come after you, like a breeze blow it, brush out of your hand, somebody come box it, you get distracted throughout your university journey. No, not about that. So it's also, yes, the upper body straight, your head have to be held high. Be confident. Again, I said, you're playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about you shrinking so that other people don't feel insecure around you. You are meant to shine as all persons here are meant to do. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, right? I remember, for me, it's very, very ironic because I remember my scholarship ceremony. I think it was Joel that was our guest speaker. And Joel was a first class honors graduate. And I go, oh, I'm going to be a first class honors graduate on the MSS. And so as we let our own light shine, I don't think he even knew that him speaking, his introduction of him being a first class honors graduate made me want to do it. But as we let our own lights shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Now, the final stage of the process is that you have to move or step with the other foot. Any number of times, you are not allowed to lift your pivoting foot or your landing foot before you release the ball. So you're allowed to scope out opportunities. Explore your options, apply for the job, join UWI Stat. I was past president, proud UWI Statter, and the Leah Club, you know? Do all these things, but ensure that you are remaining grounded. Maintain your balance and maintain the objective. After you've done all of this, you can release. Embracing greatness to achieve change. That's what release meant for me. Release to pass or release to shoot. Embracing your greatness to achieve change. After you've done all of that technicality in the pivoting process, you are strategically placed so that you are more than capable of embracing greatness to achieve change. You will be more than capable of taking up space. You'll be more than capable of getting those A's. You'll be more than capable of making the scholarship GPA. Because I used to fret and fret in my first semester about making that GPA. And I think I remember my first GPA was at 3.3. And I go, but wait, you know, so the time I was spending fretting and fretting, if I was applying myself, I could have done better. The next semester, I got a 3.89. Right, it was exactly. So you're more than capable of graduating with a first class honors. You're more than capable of making honor roll. Using your experiences to becoming the true light rising from the west. I don't know if you know that that's what UWI's motto means. Orient, Occidente lux, I think that's it is? Yes. Correct, right. So, light rising from the west. You're perfectly positioned to be that light rising from the west. And also, for me, when I first learned the motto, it was really, really catalytical because where does the sun rise? The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So therefore, it's saying that, hey, no matter what, it's that light rising from the west, not only from the West Indies. It's so paradox, but it's very, very possible. And you are going to be that possibility. Be a beacon from your community. Be that true light and go forth and be awesome. Again, congratulations to all of you. And I hope that whilst I learned to play netball, you guys learned how to pivot in the 2021.
Thanks, Asha. Give her another applause. All right, so we thank Asha for those words. Scholars, I hope that you are inspired. And now I'm going to take myself away and I will allow the musicians to come and give you a treat.
But you wanna social mobility, limited scope. My mama make me know say I'm longer than road. We not afraid nothing up, I'm used to going low. From fools down to lumps down for no purpose. Oh, I think that I put the money that I just for. Feel in the band, no, that's on the round smoke. Everybody wants a house like public transport. But only for everything for life. Now put your first and second and third. She blessings come forth, and blessings come forth. Everything's a miracle, will make your team shine. And I'm in a back of the court, and I'm back of the court. Ah, when I'm on the dance and love. Never give up and we never lose up. We never sell out and never sell down. No more running with everything what we said to say no. Man, roll up, roll to one roll up. We make a man like the champ on the blackboard, eh. I feel the what if your mama pot load. Swearing out, make me glad load. But yeah, when I do all that up, hope I have to come and tell my me that we can make up and I'll go over summer. I mean, I don't wanna see it. Answer to the summer. Putting up resistance looks like very summer. Jump first and second and third. Blessings come forth, blessings come forth. Oh, it is a miracle to make your day. And up in the back of the court, in the back of the court. Going up on the dance of road. We never give up and we never lose up. We never sell out and never sell out. Take down the title. You see, like people, you're not always going to have it. But you should always have in mind that you're going to pray to the Almighty for strength. Because He alone, and He alone can help us through all of this. So please remember to keep the Lord Almighty in your head. Yeah, man, you just said, yeah, some inspiration of youths. This is key.
I could listen to one more, right, everyone? Yeah. Trust me, take me away. But anyway, the show must go on. So, we thank the musicians. We thank you very much. We appreciate it. We loved it. We loved it. Everything in one. We will now have a testimonial from Valencia Brown. She is the 2020-21 scholarship recipient, who now joins a number of graduated scholars who have gone on to do great things in their career or pursuing their further studies. So she's not here today, however, we have her virtual response, and now we'll have Miss Brown.
Hello everyone, my name is Valencia Brown, a proud recipient of the UWI Township Scholarship from the Mona Social Services. I must express my apologies for not being here with you today. There were just circumstances beyond my control. Now, I recently completed my 4 years of study at the University of the West Indies, where I acquired a bachelor's degree in science with first class honors for the program nursing. No, I was home one day with my mom, and I remember saying to her that I would love if I don't have to worry about taking a loan for my final year of study. I prayed and I talked to God on multiple occasions. I applied for scholarships, for grants, and I received a couple grants along the way. However, it was never enough to cover the full tuition. Now, I am from Montego Bay, St. James, and I was walking in town one day, and then I received a call from a Miss Diane Bailey, who stated that she was a representative of the Mona Social Services. Now, truth be told, it was the first time that I heard of Mona Social Services, and because of that, I was eager to hear what was actually happening. Now, she went on to asking me a couple questions, which was basically a preliminary interview. And then at the end of the conversation, she said to me that I was a recipient, or I have been selected to be a recipient for a scholarship for the year 2020-2021. Now, when she said this, I paused and I said, what? But I'm not entirely sure if Miss Bailey had heard what I said, but in that moment, I was in utter disbelief. What I can say now though is that I am extremely elated and grateful to have been given the opportunity to benefit from the UWI Township Scholarship Program. Now that I am able to do something that I've always been passionate about, I can say that it is because of the help of Mona Social Services that made my dreams become a reality, and because of that I can give back to my community and my country on a whole. I believe that it is a great initiative because there are so many individuals who would have wanted the opportunity to pursue a tertiary education but do not have the finances or the financial means to do so. So in that sense, I just want to say thank you, Mona Social Services, for all that you have done and all that you continue to do. To all the scholars and recipients, you have been chosen. So work hard, give it your all, and strive for excellence.
Thank Ms. Brown for those words. I hope that scholars, for every person that came up here, virtually or in person, I hope that you have listened carefully to what has been said, and I hope that you all are feeling inspired, you are feeling encouraged, and that you will use what it is that they have said along your journey at the university. We're going to have Ms. Jodianne Oakley come and give the scholars' response on behalf of this year's UWI Township Scholarship recipients.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the 2021 UWI Mona Township Scholars, I would like to express how immensely grateful we are to have been given the opportunity to pursue our tertiary level education. This has impacted our mental health tremendously. I mean, we no longer have to be scrambling to find ways as to how we would be funding our tertiary education. I mean, I have friends that have been through it, and it can be very stressing, very depressing, because the time that you would spend focusing on your studies, you have to be thinking of, oh, I'm going to fund studies after this semester. Well, because of you, we have been given the opportunity to study and focus on mastering our education. Not only us, but our families are grateful because they would have to be focusing on finding money to send us to school. And for that, we are tremendously grateful. Also, because of your generosity, we have been truly inspired, not just to perform exceptionally well, which is required of us, but to also give back effortlessly, selflessly, and to inspire others in our communities to also do well. And for that, I would like to thank UWI, Mona Social Services, and Community Film Project for making our dreams become a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Jodianne. So now we'll hand over the certificates to the scholars, and this year we'll be awarding scholarships to 5 new students, 1 from Glendavon in St. James, 4 from Greater Augustown, and also 1 continuing student who missed the opportunity to be a part of our graduates or scholarship recipients last year. So Miss Dr. Burke, I'm going to ask you to come. First, we have Marcely Hall, Cherise Prendergrass, Rivaldo Henry. Thank you, Dr. Burke. So Smelly, can you come and hand out the remaining? Nasilia Hall. Jodianne Oakley. And Peter Gay is not here in person, but Ashley, can you just collect this on her behalf for Peter Gay? Asha will collect on behalf of Peter K. Malcolm. So we are at the end of the program. However, before we leave, I'm going to invite Ms. Angela Harris, the Community Development and Program Manager, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Richards, our able moderator. Yeah, man, big girl. All right. Our Executive Director, Dr. Olivine Burke, Dr. Smelly, our able keynote speaker and past scholar, and I Achiever Asha, our guests of the moment, our scholarship recipients, our principal, vice principal, director of the Western Jamaica campus, all parents, guests, well-wishers who are also joining virtually, good afternoon. I know you have been enjoying this moment. It is indeed a wonderful celebratory moment for all of us, not only for the scholars, the reason why we're here, but all of us are, enjoying the moment because it is indeed a very good one. And it would not have been possible without the special support and contribution of all the key partners, including our principal, Professor Dale Weber, and the Mona Social Services and Community Film Project, through which our continues to work in communities around the university campus. So we're delighted to all of the key partners who would have made it possible. Dr. Olivine Burke started off by giving an overview of the Mona Social Services and went way back to when the UWI Township Scholarship started, and highlighted the number of scholarship recipients who have benefited. To you, Doc, we say thank you. The many remarks, which was led by our own principal, Professor Dale Weber, who continue to encourage the UWI Township Scholarship efforts that have been championed through the Mona Social Services and Community Film Project. We applaud your remarks, sir. It was indeed enlightening. And you also showed or pointed out in your remark the number of efforts that the University of the West Indies Mona campus have been doing to generate income so that the scholarship program can be continued. Our director, Dr. Prendergast, who joined us virtually as well, we're very happy that you were able to bring remark and highlighted how happy you were to know that the UWI Township Scholarship was extended to the West. We also thank our own Dr. Smelly for the continued support through the Lions Club of Mona, who, trust me, we're family now, right? So extend our thank you to the rest of your 44 members on behalf of the Mona Social Services UWI Township Scholar, and you yourself, a beacon of hope through the opportunities that you got as a scholarship recipient. Use yourself to motivate the scholars, and for that we thank you. Oh Lord, Pivot, who is a netballer in here, our keynote speaker, through our words of encouragement and using her as our own examples, her own life experiences, was just motivating. And she used this, the example with the netball to share with you the many life lessons that you as scholars can take with you as you continue your academic journey here at the UWI. To all our other, when you come to give vote of thanks, if you call name, you start to call name, you get in trouble, right? But you were also entertained by our entertainers who left, and I'm sure, trust me, they change up the mood a bit. We thank them for coming. To our board members, to our scholarship panelists, to the parents of the communities, to the community stakeholders who help to mobilize you and to spread the word about the scholarship every year, we are most grateful. To the staff of the Mona Social Services and UWI and Community Film Project, it could not have happened so successfully without your efforts, without your help, without your continued support, of course, coordinated by Ms. Heather Richards, and all the support that was given thereafter by your efforts. Again, to all who made it possible, thank you, thank you, thank you, and all the best.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. So we are at the end of another welcome ceremony, and now we'll wrap up and we'll just have we have group pictures now, Doc. pictures of everyone before we separate. All right, thank you all again for coming in.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon.